Be May 23. Fresh out of college with a CS degree and zero common sense. Move to San Francisco because that's where the magic happens. Find a room on Craigslist. Co-living innovation hub for high-impact visionaries. Rent is $2,800 a month for a bunk bed in a converted dining room. Landlord calls himself a community architect. Let's call him Julian. Julian is 29, wears exclusively sustainable bamboo t-shirts. Has that dead-eyed intensity of someone who microdoses every day. Tells me I wasn't just renting a bed. I was buying into an ecosystem. We're not just roommates, Anon, we're a tribe, we're building the future. I nod along, desperate for approval. My bank account is already bleeding from the move. First night in the house. The Nexus. That's what Julian calls the house. There's a whiteboard in the kitchen that just says disrupt in red marker. Meet the other visionaries. There's Kai, a 19-year-old dropout who sleeps on the couch. Says he's building a blockchain-based water bottle. There's Alina, who creates content algorithms, but mostly just films herself crying on TikTok. And then there's me, the new code monkey. Julian corners me while I'm trying to eat instant ramen. Ramen nice, the fuel of the hungry. He sits down backwards on a chair. So Anon, I've been looking at your GitHub. I didn't tell him my GitHub. You've got raw talent, but you're thinking small. He pulls out an iPad. Shows me a slide deck that looks like it was made by an AI on acid. Project Etho. It's not an app, it's a layer of reality. He talks for 45 minutes without blinking. Buzzwords flying like shrapnel. Synergy paradigm quantum ready. I have no idea what the product is. I want you as my CTO, he says. My heart stops. CTO, I've been coding professionally for 3 months. I can't pay you a salary yet, we're in stealth mode, Lane startup methodology. But I'm offering you 5% equity. When we IPO, that's generational wealth, Anon. That's buy your mom a house money. I think about my student loans. I think about my mom's 2004 Honda Civic. I'm in, I say. Julian smiles, like a shark seeing a seal fall off a boat. Fast forward 2 weeks. I am coding 18 hours a day. My desk is a stack of pizza boxes in the corner of the living room. Julian doesn't code. Julian ideates. He spends his days on calls with angels and strategic partners. Mostly he just walks around the house with AirPods in, shouting. No, I said scaling vertically, vertical. He comes over to my desk at 2 a.m. Anon, the UI looks too, Web 2. It needs to feel ethereal. Can you make the buttons float? Float. Yeah, like psychologically float. I spend 6 hours making the buttons have a weird shadow. He loves it. This is it. This is the unicorn dust. Sunday morning. Team alignment brunch. Mandatory attendance. We go to this place that serves $18 avocado toast. Julian orders for the table. Mimosas, truffle fries, the works. He talks about our culture. We work harder than Amazon. We love harder than a commune. We are the pirates of Silicon Valley. Check comes. It's $400. Julian pats his pockets. Ah man, left my wallet in the Tesla. He doesn't have a Tesla. He Ubers everywhere. Can one of you grab this? I'll expense it to the company account on Monday. Kai looks at his shoes. Alina is live streaming her toast. I pull out my credit cards. Thanks, brother, Julian says, gripping my shoulder. That's leadership, that's skin in the game. I feel proud. I am a leader. I am 23 and I have $400 of debt for truffle fries. Month 2. My savings are gone. I ask Julian about the expense reimbursement. Focus on the macro, Anon, don't get bogged down in the micro. The seed round is closing any day now. Peter Thiel's cousin's neighbor is very interested. We have a new roommate. Sarah. She's a normal person with a normal job at a bank. She pays rent and leaves. She watches us from the kitchen island with confusion. One night I'm debugging the backend at 3 a.m. Julian comes in with 3 guys in suits. And this, he gestures to me like I'm a zoo animal, is our engine room. Anon doesn't sleep, he runs on pure vision. The suits nod. They leave. Julian comes back in, buzzing. They loved it, we're going to the moons. Who were they? Potential advisors, big players in the crypto mining space. I thought we were making an AI reality layer. We pivot, Anon, we pivot, the market wants crypto. Scrap the code, we're building an exchange now. What? Ether exchange, decentralized, frictionless. But I spent 2 months on the reality layer. Julian sighs. The disappointed dad sigh. That's the sunk cost fallacy talking, you need to kill your darlings. Do you believe in me, Anons? Do you believe in the missions? I look at his sustainable bamboo shirt. I look at the Red Bull cans on my desk. Yeah, I believe. Good, get cracking, we launch in 3 weeks. The pivot. I learned solidity in 48 hours. I haven't showered in 3 days. Julian buys an espresso machine for the house. $3,000 Italian chrome monstrosity. Team perk, he says. But you still owe me for the brunch. Liquidity is tight right now, Anon. All capital goes to growth. The espresso machine is for morale. Morale is growth. Sarah catches me in the kitchen. I look like a raccoon with a vitamin D deficiency. You know he's using you, right? He's not using me. I have equity. I'm a founder. Does he pay you? We're pre-revenue. It's sweat equity. Sarah laughs. Honey, that's just sweat. There's no equity. I get angry. She doesn't get it. She has a job. She trades time for money like a peasant. I am building an empire. You have a scarcity mindset, Sarah. Julian is a visionary. Julian is a con artist who owes me $50 for pizza, she says. I storm off. Go back to my laptops. Code until my eyes bleeds. The launch party. We rent a loft in the Mission. Julian spent $5,000 on a DJ. $2,000 on custom ITHA hoodies. The app is barely functional. If more than 10 people try to trade at once, the server crashes. I tell Julian this. Don't worry about the tech, sell the dream. If it crashes, we say it's because demand was too high. It's a flex. The party starts. It's packed. Influencers, wannabe VCs, hangers-on. Julian is on stage. Steve Jobs' turtleneck. Spotlight hits him. Finance is broken. Cheers from the crowd. We are here to fix it, to give the power back to the people. He points to the screen. A video plays. It's stock footage of eagles and blockchains. Nothing about the actual apps. I'm in the corner nursing a warm beer, monitoring the server logs. People start downloading the beta. Server load spikes. 50%, 80%, 95%. Crash. Error 503 screens everywhere. I panic. Look at Julian's. He sees people looking at their phones. He grabs the mic. You guys crashed the internet. The demand is unprecedented. We literally broke the matrix. The crowd goes wild. They think it's a feature. Julian is beaming. He stage dives. I am sweating through my hoodie. A guy in a Patagonia vest walks up to me. You the dev. Yeah. This is a rug pull, right? No, it's real, the server just. Relax, kid, I respect the hustle, nice pump. He winks and walks away. I feel sick. The hangover. Next morning. House is a mess. Julian is sleeping until 2 p.m. I check the company account. I finally got access. Balance $42.50. We owe Amazon Oz $1,200. We owe the DJ. We owe the venue. I wake Julian up. Julian, we're broke. He stretches, yawns. We're not broke, we're pre-rich. No, the bank account is empty. The server is down. People are tweeting that it's a scam. Julian laughs. All press is good press. I have a meeting with a Saudi angel investor tomorrow. He's going to write us a check for $5 million. I need you to patch the server so I can demo it. I can't patch it, Oz shut us off for non-payment. Julian looks at me. The smile drops. Fix it, Anon. I can't fix a bill. Put it on your card. My card is maxed out from the server costs last month. Julian stands up. Paces the room. You're failing me, you're failing the tribe. I gave you an opportunity. I gave you a seat on the rocket ship. And you're letting a credit limit stop history. Call your mom, ask for loans. What? No. Do you want to go back to being a nobody? Do you want to work at a bank like Sarah? Ask her for $5,000, tell her it's for medical expenses, whatever. I stare at him. For the first time, the fog clears a little. You want me to lie to my moms? I want you to be resourceful, he screams. He throws a pillow at the wall. Fine, I'll handle it. I always have to handle everything. He storms out. Takes an Uber Black to meet the Saudis. 3 days later. Julian hasn't come back. His room is empty. His sustainable bamboo shirts are gone. The espresso machine is gone. Landlord comes by. Not the community architect title anymore. Just an angry landlord. Where is he? Who? Julian, he owes 3 months rent on the whole house. He said the wire transfer was stuck in the blockchain. He's at a meeting. He's evicted, and you guys too. You're not on the lease, but you're trespassing. We have 24 hours. Kai is crying. Alina is filming the eviction notice for content. Homeless era starts now. Sarah is packing her bags calmly. I told you, she says. She doesn't even look smug. Just pity. Do you have somewhere to go? I think I can crash at a friend's. I don't have friends. I have LinkedIn connections. I pack my laptops. My hoodies, the ethos swag that is now worthless. I check my phone. Julian posted on Instagram, geotagged in Cholum, Mexico. Photo of him on a beach with a coconut. Caption, sometimes you have to disconnect to reconnect. The West is decaying, building something new in the jungle. Digital nomad Web3 rebirth. He blocked me. Be me 24 now. Living back in my parents' basement in Ohio. $15,000 in credit card debt. Resume gap of 8 months. Meet up with old high school friends at a dive bar. Mike and Dave, they work in HVAC and accounting. So what happened in Cali, man? Dave asks. Heard you were a CTO or something. I sip my cheap beer. I think about the sleepless nights. The vision. The way I felt when the crowd cheered at the fake launch. Yeah, I say it was wild. Startups are brutal, high risk, high reward. The founder, he was intense, a genius but troubled. We were ahead of our time. The market wasn't ready for decentralized reality layers. Mike looks at me. Sounds like you got scammed, bro. Sounds like you worked for free for a douchebag. I feel that defensive spark. The Julian voice in my head. You don't get it, Mike, you have an employee mindset. I gained experience you can't buy. I was in the arena, you guys are just spectators. They look at each other. Change the subject to football. I pull out my phone under the table. Check Julian's Instagram. He's launching a new project in Bali. Nirvana DAO tokenized enlightenment. I stare at the screen. Send him a DM. Hey man, saw the new project, looks huge. Let me know if you need a backend dev. I learned a lot from last time. 3 dots appear. Typing. My heart races. Hey brother, good timing, we're building the future again. Can you fly out? We can't pay salary yet, but the equity package is insane. I look at Mike and Dave talking about mortgages. I look at the damp basement walls in my mind. I type back. Send the details. Put my phone away. Smiling. Normal people just don't understand the grind.